Hi and welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be diving into something truly fascinating, and that is your soul purpose. So through the tarot, we'll look at the journey within and uncover the mysteries and messages that speak to you and your unique path in this world. So as usual, we have our 3 piles of cards laid out, each with their own unique energy and message. Group number 1, we have the 10 of Voices. Group number 2, we have the Sun. And group number 3, we have the 7 of Materials. So take a moment to connect with your intuition and choose the pile that resonates with you most. Trust that the cards you pick hold the answers you seek, and you'll find the link to your reading in the description box below. Wishing you love and light on your journey. Let's dive in. Hey group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's start off with the card that you were initially drawn to, which brought you to this reading. And this is in the placement of your soul's energy, and we have the 10 of Voices. And what this tells me, group number 1, is that in your life journey that you have really been through quite a lot. You've had a lot of painful experiences is what I'm seeing and feeling. And I feel like many times you may have wanted to give up, but you've had to dig really deep in order to carry on. And you have carried on, and you have kept going, and you've kept trying. And it may be at a point that you're feeling now, even in this reading, that you have had enough and maybe feel like that you can't take any more. And with this energy though of the 10 of Voices, the positive message that comes with this card and energy is indeed that the worst is over, and that the pain and the challenges that you've been through, there isn't some kind of closure happening here, and a chapter is closing out and making way for a new cycle and a new chapter for you, group number 1. But I did want to acknowledge, and Spirit does as well, the message of how much that you've been through and how much that you've overcome, and in a way how this has shaped you and your soul and the path that you're on. And the next card we have, this is in the placement of your higher purpose. So this is connected to your higher self. And we have the beautiful Knight of Materials. And what I see here now, the Knight of Materials, this has earth energy. So you may be an earth sign or have that element, a lot of that element in your astrological chart. But what I see is that you are someone who is fantastic at getting stuff done. You are someone that people can rely on, and that you are practical. And that is a beautiful energy to possess. And I feel like that this quality in you really is what ensures your success when you set out to do things. I see that you're able to complete them. And this is part of your higher self, that despite what's thrown at you, you dig deep and you get it done. Now with also this card that I'm seeing with the Knight of Materials is we have a horse that we see. Now horse energy has this wild quality. Horses are temperamental animals by nature. They can be hard to tame, and if treated badly, they will act out in a big way. And even though they're very powerful and strong creatures, they're also very sensitive. And I feel like this energy is what you possess as well, and what is part of your journey, that you are very powerful and capable of a lot. and of moving fast and making stuff happen, just like the horse, but also have this great sensitivity. And that's something about which is very important to recognize in yourself, group number one, that this side of your nature, this side of your personality needs to be taken into account, nurtured, and recognized. So this needs to be recognized by yourself and recognized by others that are close to you as well, that to get the best out of you, you do need a lot of freedom, I feel. You need a lot of space, and you also kind of need to be the boss and possess, have the autonomy really to make your own decisions. Like you won't be caged or restricted in any way. You need that freedom to flourish. And if, like we see all these blossoms happening here, if you're allowed that freedom and allowed that decision making opportunities, that's the best progress that you can make. You can make the best progress under those circumstances, group number one. Now in the placement, the third placement, this is your special gift to bring to the world. And we have the beautiful page of emotions, and we can see here the glowing golden heart, the very center of this card. And I'm seeing that you have a really rich inner life, group number one. So you may already be aware of this and very in touch with your inner world. So you may have visions, powerful dreams that gives you messages already, or this is certainly something that you can tap into, group number one, if you don't already, or lean into that more. But I'm seeing imagery and visions as something that is connected to you in your path, and that this will help you. This is possibly as well something, with it being in the placement of a gift, that it is something that you can bring to others. So you may have clairvoyant skills, so have visions and have strong intuitive messages that come to you, and you may feel compelled to tell others the messages that you receive about them. So obviously if it felt right in a safe circumstance, that's something that you can follow. But what I'm seeing is, because it's very heart-centered, this card, that your gift is the empathy that you have for others, the love that you can bring for others. So maintaining this soft heart that you have is imperative, and finding a way to channel these big emotions that I'm seeing and feeling, that you have a lot of love that you hold in your heart, and maybe sometimes it feels like that it's got nowhere to go, and that can be really painful. And it's about working on that and finding a place in the world, group number one, where you can get this love out in a way into the world. There are people and places and things waiting to receive these big feelings that you have, and this big love that you have to give. But it feels very kind of strong in a divine feminine energy that you possess, group number one. So let us say empathy, intuition, psychic messages. Page of emotions is ruled by water and our emotions, so I see that you feel things deeply, and again there's that element of having a lot of sensitivity. So never feel that this is a bad thing. This is a powerful thing, and this is a gift, group number one. The sensitivity and empathy that you possess is a powerful gift. Now the next card, the fourth card, we have the Two of Emotions, and this is in the placement of how you can put this gift to use. And like I've kind of touched on before, this is about being able to connect with others. So help others to get in touch with their emotions deeply. So for some of you, this could even be a career in therapy, or some kind of care role to others. That may be true for some of you, but it feels like your gift to others, how to use this empathic gift, is through being able to connect with others on a deep level. So it's not about that superficial connection. It's about being a safe space for those around you to connect. They can come to you and share their deepest feelings and thoughts, and that is a safe space for them to do that. So you're someone, just that I'm hearing very strongly that someone can go deep with, and you can handle those feelings from others. So if they're having a tumultuous time, a troubled time, or in a lot of pain and suffering, then you're able to help them with that. So for you, group number 1, you may already be in a role, have that place in your life already where you are that for someone, or it might be something that you're working on and working towards, and that maybe you've had an inkling of that throughout your life, but you need to lean into that more, and you can maybe structure it as a way of, supporting yourself financially and actually making a career out of this. It doesn't have to just be for those loved ones close to you. It could expand bigger than that, or it could be about volunteering in a place where you can connect with people on this level. So tell you what resonates, group number 1, if it feels like something that could be part of a career and literally bleed into that kind of structure it that way, or it might be something that you want to keep closer to home and be that just for friends, family, loved ones, and keep it nearer and closer to home. So there is no wrong or right way of doing that, but this is your gift and how it can be put to use. Now finally we have the 5th card, which is the beautiful, the Empress, a major arcana, so a really beautiful card to end on, and this is in the placement of what will you attain when you align with your purpose. And the Empress is just everything in a way. It's you being able to blossom into the person that you've always meant to be by tapping into this power, and by tapping into being able to use your gift is what is going to, which allows us all really to bloom and blossom into who we are. But look at this universe that exists inside of you, group number 1. The depth is what I'm feeling from you. And again, there is this kind of spiritual, otherworldly, psychic quality that we have with this universe inside of you. Again, it's the divine feminine with the Empress. So it's that heart-centered, nurturing, empathic, deep energies, being able to hold a space for others that not many people can. So it's very unique in that way, group number 1. That you are not shaken by people's pain, you are not shaken by people's big emotions, because you've felt them too in your life, and you can handle that, and not many people can. And by tapping in and finding a place in the world where you can channel this gift of empathy, of depth, of power, then you in turn, the reward for that, group number 1, is that you feel powerful yourself, you feel nurtured yourself, so that through giving we receive, and what I'm feeling is that you will feel empowered. So if we go right back to this 10 of voices, of this pain that you've been through, the experiences that you've had, and the lessons that you've learned, but by being able to channel those painful experiences to help others and be able to hold that space, you will become empowered and blossom. And like I say, you will receive. Through giving, you will receive everything that your heart desires as well. And we see this heart center here that is glowing at the very center that we spoke of, and that's echoed right here again. So that heart center, it feels very heart centered, your journey, group number 1, and that is where your power lies. So I hope this reading resonated for you. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. Leave any messages in the comment section down below. It's always great to hear from you, and subscribe for all future readings if you desire. But wishing you all the best on your soul journey, group number 1. Love and light. Hey group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So let's start off with the first card that you were drawn to, which brought you to this reading, and that is the Major Arcana, the beautiful card, the Sun. So what a fantastic card to start your reading off with, and this is in the placement of your soul's energy. So this is what you come into this life with, what energy your soul possesses. Could it be a more beautiful card than the Sun, really? So it's the warmth that you possess, group number 2. You have a real sense of joy. Now the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck. It is represents pure happiness and joy. And what it is so even if whatever you've been through in your life, it doesn't mean that you are, say, necessarily the happiest person in the world, or obviously you will have had your struggles, but there's something innate about your perspective that is positive, that will look to the brighter side, that will look for the best in others. And what you bring to others, despite knowing this or not, group number 2, is happiness, is joy, is a lightness and shining light in dark situations. You have that ability to lift people up if they are feeling down, is what I'm seeing. And through this warmth, like a glow that you can envelop people in, really like a warm hug, I'm feeling. And maybe people even who are sort of resistant to this, you take people off guard in a way, and they're open up to you. You might find you've found in your life, group number 2, that people share things with you quite easily and openly, because they know that the response that's going to come back from you is going to be loving, it's going to be warm, there isn't going to be judgment here. So that's a really beautiful energy to start off with, and just a clear message, and there's a purity to your soul's energy, group number 1. A real kind of strong, one note, pure energy that comes through with that Sun. Now in the second card, so this is in the position of your higher purpose, which is linked to your higher self. Another Major Arcana, interestingly, and this is the Tower. Now the Tower is a very different energy in a way to the Sun, in the sense that it's about really shaking things up and breaking things down that no longer serve people or situations. There's another layer to you. Obviously there will be many layers to you, group number 2, but this layer is, I feel like that you're quite fearless in your energy. You can be direct in your communication, is what I'm hearing. And you will make bold moves and take strong actions. So if you're in a situation that you're not happy with, that you maybe feel there's an injustice going on as well, or that feels oppressive in some way as well, so a relationship maybe, or any situation really that you've been through, I feel like this is an element that's a quality that's grown in your group number 2 through your life, and is part of your higher purpose and higher connection that you bring to yourself, but also bring to others, which, like I say, is about shaking things up. shaking the status quo, which in turn like breaks up the foundations even at times, but allows that what no longer serves people, situation or yourself to fall away and make way for something new. So there's a real powerful energy here, and it's quite unique really that someone who's not scared to shake things up and kind of make and bring change. Group number 2, that's part of your higher self, is bringing change. Now the third card, we have the beautiful Page of Materials, and this is in the placement of your special gift that you bring to the world. And what I'm really drawn to here is there is all this floral energy which talks about growth, and the Page of Materials is, there's a real practical grounded energy to this as well, which I think is part of your gift. You may be in touch with that now, or it could be something that you struggle with but you know that you possess, that kind of once you get on track, like get into lane in a way of what you know what needs to be done, there's this unstoppable energy, and that you are really good at getting things done, but it's like you have to get into the right energy field, and you have to be kind of fully on board. So I feel like that if anything is a bit off or doesn't feel right, or your heart's not in it, you'll just kind of walk away from a situation and won't do it, and maybe do it half-hearted. But when you're fully in, then you are a force to be reckoned with. And what I'm very drawn to is we can see the flower is in the head placement here. So what I'm getting a sense of is that your thought process and your intellect is a big part of what the gift that you bring to the world, group number 2. So I feel like this is about the ideas that you could have this ability to see in other people's projects or in other people's lives, the issues that they have. You're able to see very clearly what needs to be fixed in order to resolve their issues and resolve their problems, and in a very practical way. Again, going kind of straight to the heart of the matter, group number 2, and this kind of no nonsense energy that I feel from you. But it's you have this unique way of looking at things, and you have unique ideas, and a unique way of thinking, even that an ability to think out the box, an ability to really hone in on exactly what the problem is and exactly what needs to be resolved and how that can be done simply. So it's this analytical energy that I'm feeling, aligned with this practicality. But what I am feeling is that, it's almost like it needs to capture your interest, and your heart needs to be in it in order for you to kind of get into that zone and have the patience to really translate this gift of yours. So that's something to be aware of, that this is a gift, group number 2, and it will reward you by helping others in that way as well. So sometimes maybe it's about, is finding a place really in the world where maybe you can support yourself financially, make a career out of using this intellect and this mindset and unique thought process that you have, this kind of ability to fix problems for people in a really efficient way. Is that you might already be doing this, group number 2. You might have been lucky enough to find a field of work, a career that allows you to be like this, but know that this is that's wonderful, and that you are sharing your gift to the world by doing that. Or maybe this is something to follow follow if you're not already doing that, group number 2. And so the next card we have the World Cosmos, and this is in the placement of how can you put this gift to use. So we've already touched on that, about being able to find a place, maybe make a career out of doing this. But with the World Cosmos, what's interesting, what first came to mind when I saw this card of how can you put this gift to use, is it could involve travel. Somehow it's about connecting globally with people farther afield. So this could even be online, about connecting to others abroad, or it could literally be, for some of you, group number 2, about traveling. And this will help you get your gift out there. That's what I'm feeling. I'm seeing these wings here as well, so it's like taking flight. Again, like planes I'm hearing, you know, like wings, taking flight, a lot of movement, crossing boundaries, I'm seeing that as, you know, like checkpoints for different countries. So like I say, for some of you, this could be literally about travel, that you will find a way to reach other people who really value your gift, group number 2, and really are able to kind of make the most out of your gift and get it out there in the world. That's the message. But for others, it could, you know, with online now, how you can reach so many other people. But I'm hearing and feeling it's like you need to meet a wider audience, and maybe you're not appreciated if you've been held back in a smaller world, and that they don't really appreciate your gift as much as they should have. And by expanding in whatever way feels right, what your intuition tells you to do, it's about getting that gift to a wider audience, and to more people in the world, because they will get it and they will understand it, group number 2. And in turn, you can make more of this. I am seeing finances being connected to this as well, and you've been financially rewarded for this fix-it mind that you have, and this unique perspective that you have. And then the final card in the placement, this is what will you attain when you align with your purpose. And we have the Hanged Man, another major arcana. So we have, out of 5 cards, we have 4 major arcanas here. So that's really unusual, group number 2. I just want to note that, and it kind of really just reflects the importance of this message, I want to say, and the sort of importance of obviously all our gifts are important, but there's a real weight to this reading and to this message for you. It feels like a strong message that I hope resonates with you. But to go to the 5th card, we have the Hanged Muse. Traditionally, this is the Hanged Man. So what will you attain when you align with this purpose? And what you will attain, group number 2, is a different perspective, an entirely different perspective from where you started out before getting your message out there, before aligning with your soul purpose. I feel like you will view the world in a very different way. In what way that could be, it feels very unique to you, but what I would say is that it feels like a deeper understanding of the world and your path is what you will gain. You will gain a different view on others as well. I feel like by this very expansive feeling that I'm picking up on, is that we see this eye here at the center of these pyramids, and it's a bit like the all-seeing eye. So maybe you will open up on a spiritual level, or for some of you it's just by connecting to people from other walks of life, and from other parts of the world. I feel like this will open your mind, and it will be a complete change of perspective. We see this person hanging upside down, and it's just like the world will be turned on its head for you. And from this will come immense amount of growth, and may really change and inform your decisions about where you want to go next in your life as well. Group number 2, if you can open up to this sort of bigger world, is what I'm seeing. You've got the guts for it. I can see that you've got you've got the ability, you have the charm of the sun, of your soul energy, this warmth that you bring to people, and then underline that we've got this powerful ability to sort of this fearless quality to shake things up and bring change. And then we have this intellect and unusual perspective and skill of being able to fix problems. So that all aligned together, if you can get that out there in the world, is a very powerful combination. And in turn, what you will be rewarded with is this really expansive perspective on how things work and insight into the workings of the world in a 3D perspective, but also energetic and spiritual even. So really powerful reading here, group number 2. I hope it resonates. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Any comments, it's always great to hear from you. Just leave in the comment section down below, and subscribe for all future readings. But wishing you all the best on your journey, love and light. Hey group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's start off with the card that you were initially drawn to, which is the 7 of Materials. And this is in the placement of your soul's energy. So this is what you have come into this world with, and is connected to your soul's path. And the soul's energy, so with the 7 of Materials, what I see is in your nature and in your soul is, it's a very careful and introspective kind of energy, group number 3. 7 of Materials is about reflection. So for you, self-reflection, and through your decisions in life, what have brought you to this point. I feel it could have involved very careful planning. There's an element of that, and really thought out. Now, it could be that you are someone that follows things quite by the book, in the sense of that you could have taken quite a traditional path, in that if you went to school, you did well, then you went on to university, college, then you went into full-time work on a certain career path. That could just be for some of you. Take what resonates, of course. But I just see by nature that you are someone that tries to do the right thing. You have had a lot of success, I'm seeing, and a lot of, with it being materials, can be connected to finances and the material world, where I see that you are skilled in that area, you are very capable. But there is something that is quite hidden, and that there is this other side that longs for more, that is connected to, you may have a very spiritual side, group number 3, a much more, it feels like playful, it feels connected to the imagination. We see this space here, this like deep in space, in a vortex where it's like in another world. So part of you feels like it's almost in another world. There's a part of you that does the right thing and is very careful and makes the right decisions and makes the right steps to success and sticks to these lines I'm seeing, these pathways strictly. But then there's this other side of you that longs for things that maybe don't make sense, you're scared that they might sound ridiculous to other people. Maybe you shut them down because you think they're a dream. So it's like this dreamy side to you, really. Maybe you daydream, maybe you have powerful dreams that bring messages, but you might ignore them, when Spirit would always encourage you to pay attention to that. So this is the sort of a juxtaposition, or a kind of conflict in some ways in your soul journey, group number 3. Now, the second card, we have the 9 of Inspiration, and this is your higher purpose. So this is connected to your higher self. And this is a real like warrior energy with this 9 of Inspiration. So this is another layer to your group number 3. So you might present in this 7 of Materials energy. And with the 9 of Inspiration, this is about really taking a stand for what is right, and is a card that I see and feel is about justice. So the 9 of Inspiration is connected to Wands, so that is fire energy. So this is very different to the 7 of Materials. It's really passionate, it's fierce, it's determined. The 9 of Inspirations it's almost like when all the chips are down, when people have given up, when things look like it's over and the battle is lost, you're the person who remains standing, remains strong, and continues to fight a battle. So you are incredibly determined, and this is connected to your higher purpose. So maybe you have a very strong sense of justice, group number 3. You might know already what your fight is, like what battle it is, but it feels like that you have come in with this, or life has taken you anyway to connected you to fight the darker energies in the world. And this could take many forms of what area of the world of injustice that you have decided to state your claim, and fight and battle. You might not know this. For some of you might not know what your fight is, but you've got this in you already, this sense of injustice and desire to make the world a better place, to right wrongs, and to make a difference and make a change in the world. For some of you, you might already be connected to that path and that purpose and know what your fight and battle is. So take what resonates. Now in the next card, so in the position of the third card, we have the 4 of Inspiration. So this is the 4 of Wands. This is a special gift that you bring to the world. This is a beautiful card that is full of love. It is full of grounded energy. So you have a real practical grounded energy within you. But the 4 of Inspiration is about, we can see here this group of women so it's about, it doesn't have to obviously be just a group of women, but it's about, in a sense, this represents you being connected to others. And I'm hearing and feeling like a soul family, and that it's important for you to be connected to a group. So maybe this is something, again, you may have found your people, or you may be looking for them, but there's something about being part of a group for you, group number 3, that connects you to your power and allows you to share your gifts. So you are not a lone wolf. You need to be with others, as all humans do, but particularly with your energy. So maybe you are social, or maybe again this is connected to this fight and this purpose, that maybe you're part of a movement or would like to be, and connected with these people on a deep level, so on a spiritual level. It could be from past lives as well, that you've been with some of these people, so they might already be in your life. You'll know, again, group number 3, if they are. but your special gift is connecting others to each other. So you create this safe space. You have an ability to bring people together for a purpose, you know, for a fight, for a battle, for injustice. You have the ability to do that. The Four of Inspiration is about commitment as well. So again, by connecting people, you are committed to the same goal. This really is a gift, a powerful gift of yours, to bring people together, align people to get to achieve goals. And also along the way, like, there's a sense of joy that you bring to this group. So you are fantastic at celebrating wins along the way. That's what the Four of Inspiration as well. So it's about not always just celebrating away when you hit that goal, because you understand that the goals are never ending in a way. Like, you'll reach one goal, one landmark, and then there'll be another one and another one and another one after that. So you understand that, group number 3. So you know how important it is to celebrate along the way, to enjoy the small things, smell the roses, you know, celebrate each other's commitment and joy for each other as well. So you are also able to remind people of that, to like I say, celebrate every win and not just get caught up in, you know, we'll celebrate once we may hit our achievement kind of thing. And then the 4th card, so this is in the placement of how you can put this gift to use, which obviously we've already touched on, about bringing people together is what I'm seeing that is part of your gift. But with the 4 of Emotions, I feel like you have this amazing gift to pull people out of a dark place emotionally. So the 4 of Emotions often talks about feeling rejected and not feeling enough. So you have this ability to pull people out of that and remind them that they are enough, and remind them what they've achieved, which is a really unique and special thing to be able to do, to be able to reach people in that dark place and pull them out of it, essentially, and pull them back really into connecting with others, connecting with you, reminding someone how valuable they are, and, like I say, what they've achieved. But it all feels about very much about a higher calling in. So you could be politically connected, group number 3, or it could be environmental issues or human rights or animal rights. This is energy is what I'm picking up on, that it's like a mission. You have a calling and a mission, and your spiritual and soul family is this group who are going to help you achieve that with you as well. And what you are able to do is lift the role that you play is keeping people's spirits lifted on this journey, and like I say, keep pulling people out of dark emotional spaces when things, if they don't go to plan, you're the person to remind them how valuable they are. So this could be outside this kind of mission as well, that maybe just on the day-to-day or with loved ones, families, that you have this ability to make people feel good about themselves again at times when they're feeling really down, which is an amazing gift. Now in the last card we have the Ace of Inspiration, and this is in the placement, what will you attain when you align with your purpose? And what I'm seeing is that the Ace of Inspiration is about a new beginning, so a passionate new beginning. And I feel like that we can see here in this person, this woman's like mind is being opened, and I feel like you will be flooded with ideas and inspiration and a different a deeper and different understanding about where to go and what to do with your life, group number 3. And it could bring, just with it being an ace, it's like a whole new way of being and a whole new outlook that feels much more emotionally connected, so connected to your passions. So if we go back to this 7 of materials, which is this very particular energy which you have, which is fantastic because it makes you incredibly methodical. But what I feel like with number 3, that at times that you've sacrificed how you feel and what you are passionate about and what you love. And by aligning with your soul purpose, this is going to get you in your power and free you up. This is what I'm seeing. Free you up and make you more fired up. Get in touch with your fiery side that doesn't care so much what people think. That feels empowered. That feels beautiful. That feels proud. That is loud, proud and loud, and that you can speak your truth, and that there's this feeling of freedom. And we see this 9 of inspiration, this powerful woman standing there making a stand, and how empowering and passionate that is, and that it will fill you with this energy and life force that I feel like has maybe been missing. And I feel like you have got incredible growth out of this 7 of materials energy. All this flowers is like material growth. So financially, it could be fantastic for you and you're in a financially strong place, or that you've achieved a lot. But there's this emotional, passionate side to you which has maybe been sacrificed along the way. The dreamer, the big ideals, the idealistic side of you, which isn't a bad thing and shouldn't be framed as negative, group number 3. And by it tapping in and aligning with your soul purpose, you will free yourself in some way, group number 3. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. It's always great to get any feedback from you as well. If you want to leave that in the comment section below, and subscribe for all future readings. But wishing you all the best on your journey, group number 3. Love and light.